There's a conundrum facing government, and it's this. Should folk enjoying the beach in Cornwall, where cases are low, face more restrictions because in Manchester, cases are high? So far, the government's answer is no. Restrictions like closing bars should only happen in the places with high caseloads. The fear in Manchester is that could be any day now.
You live every day on the knife edge. You don't know what's coming, what's going. You don't know what they're going to say, when they're going to announce it. You know, we're all just being left completely in the dark, and it's just frustrating and heartbreaking, and you go to bed every night wondering what's going to come the next day.
The Mayor of Greater Manchester is fighting hard against local restrictions and says he would prefer a short lockdown or circuit break for the whole of England.
A circuit break would be a better and a fairer way of keeping the country together, not accentuating regional divides, and actually giving us a chance of facing this winter with more control of test and trace.
Although the Prime Minister is opposed to a national circuit break, Sage scientists say it's the most effective way to drive down the virus, and it's now Labour Party policy too.
I know that for someone who's been an opportunist all his life, this is difficult to understand. But having read and considered the Sage advice, I have genuinely concluded that a circuit break is in the national interest.
Some here think that's where the Prime Minister will end up, especially after he said this.
I rule out nothing, of course, in combating the virus. But we are going to do it with the local, the regional approach that can drive down and will drive down the virus if it is properly implemented.
And there are plenty of Tory MPs who want to hold him to that.
Nobody can explain to me why closing down pubs and restaurants and bars in places like Ipswich with low levels of COVID-19, where there's thousands of jobs dependent upon that sector, nobody can explain to me why doing that will benefit us as a country and make us more able to tackle COVID where it's grown the most.
For now, the regional policy means places like Ipswich and Cornwall are free from tougher restrictions. But the rising tide of infections means no one can be sure the government will stay on that course. Carl Dinin, ITV News, Westminster.